Good morning.
What are you doing?
I'm vlogging. Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ruby, this is Ruby Red, and today is just like a chill weekend reading vlog. I have very little to do. It's a pandemic, so there's not a lot to do outside of the home. So I'm gonna be home reading for the weekend. Okay, but first let's try and do one of those like costume changes. Okay, like, did it work? Connor made coffee. I'm right now at the grocery store. I'm about to go in because I'm hoping to do some baking later today, and we don't have any chocolate chips. So I'm gonna remedy that and get some other things. And yeah, the plan after that for the whole day basically is just to hang out and read. It's gonna be extremely chill. And hopefully very pleasant. I'm probably gonna finish one book today, which is Girl, Woman, Other, which I think I have like 20 pages left. I almost just finished it while I was having my coffee, but I don't like to be at the store when there's that many people there, so I try to get here kind of early. Which means I have to wrap this up and get in there. But the other book that I'm reading is so good and beautiful and weird. It's called The Underland, maybe just Underland, by Robert McFarlane, and it's about things beneath the surface, you know? It's very poetic and like philosophical kind of, and like flowery. But it's really good. But it is quite slow to read just because I'm savoring it, and like sometimes I'll like read something and then have to do a lot of Googling to be like, wait, does that really exist? And other times I just want to read parts of it again because they're so, you know? But after that, I have kind of a bunch of things to choose from, which is not always the case, but I did happen to get like a bunch of things from my library all at once. So we'll revisit that issue later today. But yeah, for now, that's it. I'm gonna go in now. Wish me luck. This is one thing in my house that is in desperate need of attention. Chocolate chippies, not mayonnaise. So it is like 10:45 and I just finished Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. So good. It's about like 12 or 13 people, mostly women, in Britain, and like their lives, and they span like a few generations, and there are threads, you know, connecting them together. It was like beautifully crafted, written, it was fantastic. I'll say more about it the next time I do a wrap up, but really good. And now I don't know what to read next. I have my book club book that I could start. I have The Confessions of an Economic Hitman. This is a book that is highly recommended to me like a long time ago, kind of, and I was like, I don't want to read that. Do I have to? But now I feel like I'm kind of down. And it's about economic hitmen, whatever that means. Then I have Pride by E.B. Savoy, which is the Down Memory Jane read-along book for February. It's a retelling of Pride and Prejudice. So I could read that. It'll probably be pretty quick. I think it's YA, so I might also just start it and then completely abandon it. I guess I'll start Pride. Sorry if you could see the dog's nose. He's standing so close to the camera. Oh, and is he gonna lick it? No. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I think yoga is gonna hit the spot. Don't you, Carbon? Carbon love yoga. Okay, that was actually not what I expected to do. I've been doing the Yoga with Adriene Breath series, or Breathe, I don't remember, and I have not been doing it every day as intended. I am like, at this point, 2 weeks behind like the original schedule. That's fine, I'm just doing it whenever I do it, and that's okay. But today was intensely breath focused. We just did various breathing things, so not the kind of movement I was hoping to get out of this, but I do feel great right now. I feel like extremely peaceful, and really, what more could you ask for? Peace. So now I'm going to start a new book. I've decided that I'm going to start Pride by E.B. Savoy, which, to recap, is a modern day retelling of Pride and Prejudice. It takes place in Brooklyn, I think, and that's it. It is YA, but like maybe it's not gonna be like so YA. I don't know, but I thought it would be fun, just because I do want to give it a try, but also because I vlogged Pride and Prejudice. Now this. Anyway, yeah, it's almost 12, so I'm just gonna read for a little bit and see if I don't hate this, and then I will be going on a nice long walk. Yay. Yeah, while we take our walk, I'm gonna listen to The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. I'm really excited. I love you. Look at these bees. Oh, wow. And this bees. Cutie pie. Look at how long his neck is. Makes you wonder. Okay, we're out here. We're taking a walk. We're having a great time. And I am listening to a new audiobook, which is The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, which was like, I think, very popular like several years ago, like 8 or so years ago. I think my mom's book club read it when I was in high school. Anyway, I never did, and I'm listening to it, and so far, so good. Basically, yeah, if you don't know what it's about, it tells the story of the life of the woman whose cells were like stolen and preserved and replicated the HeLa cells, which have been used in so many like modern medical discoveries, but they were harvested without her consent, and her family didn't find out for like 25 or so years, and also never made a cent. So not great at all. But yeah, that's what I'm listening to, strolling with the dog. We're having a hoot. I actually only read about 3 pages of Pride before I was like, no, we're going for a walk. So I'll get back to that when we get home. Okay, hello, back. We had a really nice walk. I listened to about an hour of my audiobook. Honestly, it's like kind of chilly in the apartment, but it is so hot outside. Anyway, now we are back home. We are hydrated, right, Carbon? Yeah, so now I might make some tea and have a hot beverage. I don't know, I like to have a hot beverage most of the time. It's so comforting, cozy. Makes it feel like maybe it could actually be winter out there. Yeah, and I will just be reading my book. I will touch base after I have hit like 50 pages of Pride and let you know where I'm at with the age demographic or whatever. All I want to say is that I've tried to read 2 YA books kind of recently. One of them was A Lat's Away, which like people love, everybody loves, and everything everyone says about it, I'm like, that sounds so sick. But I got like 60 pages in and I was like, this is so not gonna work for me. Like the dialogue, the way that the characters were interacting with each other felt so bad to me. Felt like so fake. I don't want to be saying such mean things about YA books because I swear to God, I don't care about who is reading them. I don't care what age range, you know? Okay, I have my tea. I have this, which is leftovers and some plantains that honestly I should have left in the pan for a little bit longer, but I am hungry, so this is just what we have. It's like rice, beans, and some veggies, and then like the saddest single spoonful of salsa at the bottom of the jar. And her. I am 44 pages into Pride, and I am not having a good time. I will read one more chapter before abandoning it. It's not even 300 pages. I could probably finish it this weekend easily. I could definitely finish it this weekend, but like, do I want to? And I want to because I love the idea of retelling a classic in a modern and diverse way. And I think that all of the ways that the author has adjusted the story and like the characters, etc., to fit the modern day, to fit this Haitian Dominican family, like, great. However, the dialogue, even just within like the first 10 pages, like the main characters, Zuri and Janae and their sisters all meet the Darcys, who moved in across the street, and they are a group of tweens and teens meeting each other for the first time in their neighborhood. They're going to be neighbors. And the conversation that they had was so stinted and like scripted. Like, no group of teenagers would introduce themselves in such an awkward, but not the right kind of awkward way. It was just like so so scripted. I don't know what else to say. Not at all believable. And the dialogue continues to be like that. Like, sometimes between the sisters it's okay, but then when they're confronting the boys, it's like so... You're probably familiar with the idea of a writer showing and not telling. Are you done? But in this case, I feel that the author is telling me that she's showing me something, you know? So I don't want to be so mean to YA books in this vlog. I really don't. But yeah, this is not going well. And honestly, I'm gonna take a break and read my underground book. I will let you know if I read anything of note. So far, it has just been really delightfully comforting and also alarming in some cases. Like the cave stuff, I was really nervous sometimes. Anyway, we'll see. It's like almost 3 o'clock now. Where does the day go? I just took another little stroll, and now look who's being so cute. He just wants to lay in the sun. That's all he wants in life, and he's not wrong. Wow. Just got back from another little stroll with the doggo. We sat outside for a little bit, sniffed some things. It's grand time. Checked the mail. No mail. Anyway, now it's almost 4, so I'm gonna make some brownies. And while I do that, I'm gonna listen to a little bit more of my audiobook and relax. Here she is. She weighs like 1,000,000 pounds, gotta say. Good luck. Oh no. Oh no. So the brownie recipe that I made invited me to use a 7x11 pan, which I thought was weird. So I just went ahead, put it in an 8x8, and I was like, it's brownies, that's what they go in. Done. Well, not done is actually what happened. They're not done. And maybe they never will be. Things are weird in the oven right now, and I'm pretty sure that the outside of my brownies are going to be burned and the inside is going to be extremely wet. So I just gave them 5 more minutes, but it's been like 10 minutes longer than recommended. But in a different pan, things can get, whatever. You'll see. I'll see. I was gonna read while I was waiting for those to bake, but I really didn't want to pick up Pride again. I don't want to. I will, but I don't really want to. So here she is. She's got some height only on the outside. I did have like the jam and chocolate chips on top, so maybe that was a bad idea. Anyway, it seems to be quite wet in the middle still, but the outside's like, this is like so done. So, you know what? Maybe we eat it with a spoon. I don't know. LFO, me and Connor have been eating these outside pieces. Look, there's chocolate in there. Oh my god. And there's some jam burnt on the top. Yes. Hi. I'm back. I put some veggies in the oven and I'm making this like Greek fava yellow split pea situation. And while that's cooking forever, I'm gonna go back to Underland. But while I was prepping everything, stirring, etc., chopping, oh man, the chopping, I was listening to Henrietta Lacks, so I have at this point like 2 hours of that so far, and it is excellent. It's extremely interesting. It's just the kind of science book that I like to read, where it's certainly very informative, lots of science knowledge being put into my brain. I feel like I'm learning a lot, but it has a really strong narrative as well. In this situation, it's because it's about the life and the family of the woman whose cells were harvested, and sort of like how her illness progressed, her cancer, and also how really miraculous what happened with her cells was, and why that was so important. It's been great so far. I like to have that amount of like, I don't know, intimacy with my nonfiction elements, you know? So it's not like a true memoir, like it's not just like a memoir about Henrietta Lacks or the Lacks family. It's also like, here's the deal with cells and what was going on in cell research in the 50s. So that's great. So pleased. Love that for me. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I'm going to read with my eyeballs while I wait for dinner to finish itself, hopefully. Yay. Okay, so I'm reading my Underland book, and I don't even know. Listen to this, okay? This is gonna blow your mind. I guarantee this is gonna blow your mind. Okay, I actually don't know when this was discovered, but some guy in what is now Turkey is rebuilding his house, knocks down a wall. Behind the wall, the wall was like built up against the mountain, so he knocks the wall down, and behind it finds a passage leading to a chamber, and then a city, an underground city. 18 levels arranged over 300 vertical feet, shelter for up to 20,000 people. There are rooms for food storage, for cooking, for communal gathering. There are tombs. There are gigantic boulders that can be rolled to block off different tunnels in case of attack. There are vertical shafts like to the surface to provide air, and like there's a whole ventilation network. And there's an underground river running through the middle of this city. In one end of this city, they find another passage that's 5 miles long, and at the end of it is another city that's even bigger. How many of these things are there? They don't know. They suspect that they were built, 400 years before Christ. Like, how much is going on under there that we simply don't know about? We have no idea. And like, they built that. Who went down there and dug out a whole city? Oh my God. The past is so unknowable. The earth holds so many secrets just below her skin. I don't know how to live with this information, and so I'm sorry I've passed it on to you. But I'm not actually sorry. That's why I'm reading this book so slowly, because like every like 5 or so pages is like something like this where I'm like, what? And then I need to like spend some time integrating that into like what I know about the world. Oh my God. Okay, here's the fava. She's thick, she's creamy, she's made of peas. Veggies. Roasted some carrots and cauliflower. So the fava is something that we love. I'm actually gonna leave the recipe in the description if you want to try it. It's kind of a combination between like polenta and warm hummus. I don't know. In Greece it was served with just bread, and that's delicious. But yeah, we just put roasted veggies on top. Super good. It's like if you had like a red lentil soup or a dal or something that was just like extremely thick. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna enjoy this while we watch the X-Files. Okay, so yeah, clearly we did, who could say what happened? Who could say what happened over there? But anyway, you can see
gooey chocolate. Yum.
Thank you. Okay, Connor's gonna cut it now and we're gonna eat it and then get in bed. Yay. So here's what the cross section looks like. I hope that that's in focus. It's extremely gooey. You might even say that it's not baked. This is from the exact middle. It smells really good. I mean, even the edge pieces kind of look like this, but the bottom is like, it's quite hard. So this recipe was titled like best brownie recipe, and that's simply not the case. No. Sure, I put this in the wrong size pan, but I don't think that that could possibly be the only problem here. Well, the bake is in the bin. I'm here with the salt lamp again. You remember her if you watched the Unhinged Pride and Prejudice vlog. Anyway, I read like 10 more pages of Pride. So I've passed the 50-page mark at this point, which is usually my, like, at least read 50 pages and then decide if you hate it. And I hate it. The characters are acting and talking and behaving like they are actors on a kids' television show. And they're coming off as like way younger than they are. Like these are supposed to be 17, 18-year-olds. And they're coming off as like 14-year-olds. So weird. The simple truth is that I have zero desire to read a book that involves a character writing a college application essay at this time. So I'm gonna put that down and pick up something else. Yeah, I'm gonna start Gin Patrol on the Purple Line by Deepa Anupara. Never heard of it before, never heard of the author, but it's a mystery. It's got a color in the title. I don't know, when I read the description of it on Goodreads, I was like, heck yeah. So, wish me luck. Oh, there's a map. Sweet. Yeah, anyway, it's 9:38 p.m. So, yeah, I am already in bed. I'll probably just talk to you tomorrow and give you a little update on where we're at in the morning. All right, good night. Oh. Good morning. So, last night I did read like 20-ish pages of the Gin Patrol on the Purple Line. I don't know what I said it was called yesterday, but that's what it's called. And that was nice. It was only 20 pages, so I don't feel like I have anything really big to say, although I guess at 20 pages of Pride I did have a lot of opinions, so yeah, it's going great. It's about a kid, he's like 9 or so. One of his classmates has gone missing and nobody realized for several days. So now, presumably, he's going to collaborate with his 2 buddies and try to solve the crime. I'm just going to slurp this down as fast as I possibly can, and then we're gonna go to the beach. Yay. There is a scent.
Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Come on. Hey, Garvin.
Garvin's a good boy.
Okay, hi. So it's been a minute. I think it's almost 4 o'clock. I've just been hanging out. I showered. Now I am drinking the rest of the coffee from this morning. And I'm reading my gin book again on the purple line. And does your Kindle ever just do this? Like you look away for 1 second and you look back and it's like, just some casual stir fry and these scallion pancakes. Yay! Scallion pancakes. Hi. So it's been a while. Mostly what I read today was Gin Patrol on the purple line, and I'm probably like a quarter of the way through that, and I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I picked it up. It's fun to like find a book that you know literally nothing about, like especially like from book 2, but also just like the way that Libby works. I feel like I don't often just browse Libby. I go in there with authors or titles in mind that I know I want to read. So to find a book and only know a very little bit like about it, and then just like get it and just read it, like that's something that I haven't done kind of that much lately, at least like in the last year. I feel like I've been just knowing too much going into books, so, or having heard too many other opinions about books before reading them. So this is great because I've never heard of this. It's kind of a new book. I was reading a little bit about the author. She used to be a journalist, and she focused mainly on like children in slums and how poverty affects children in India, and also like religious violence effects on children in India specifically. So that's sort of her wheelhouse, and I am starting to see that there are going to be some themes of religious unrest in this book, but it's mostly being told from the perspective of this 9-year-old boy. So in some ways, like, kids see more than you think, so we're getting that, but also he doesn't understand everything, and sometimes like his narration is just him like parroting back things that he's heard adults say that he doesn't understand. So that's a good perspective. I think it's engaging, it's fun to read. I'm having to look up a lot of words just because I don't know the language and the like slang specifically at all, but that's fine and even fun. It's good so far. And that's it. I also listened to a bit more of The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, and if you haven't read that book yet, you should. It is equal parts like a revelation and a revelation, but bad, you know? It didn't have to be like that, is all I'm saying. We could have had all these scientific advances without letting this woman's life be lost to history. I will say a lot of the background info on her as a person and her family's experience and the progression of her symptoms, etc. I'm just like, how do you collect all that information and write it in a book? And like, how much of it is conjecture? I just wish I knew. And potentially, if I was reading a copy of it, there would be like footnotes and stuff, and maybe I could find out a little bit, but whatever. The audiobook is really good. This is probably gonna be the end of the vlog. I wish that it had been a little bit more consistent in that, like, maybe next time I vlog I should have like a theme or like be reading a specific book instead of this where I just like tasted several different books. But I don't know, maybe it's fun. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any other of these fun weekend chill reading vlogs. And I don't know, let me know what you were reading this weekend in the comments down below. Okay, see you next time. Bye.